Oh, wait, does anybody have... we have drums. Good. We have drums this time. Prot from deep as well. Oh, yeah, Prot Pallies do a decent bit of damage. I don't know how squishy they are comparatively to beta. They get trounced on beta sometimes, but their damage is pretty solid too. So... Alright, stones are not good. We haven't put up the locks. We do have a shaman. I'm excited for it. We do have a shaman indeed. We do. Brought some DPS. Hello, what's this? I looked off and raided for Rapture. Took some time to get used to it. Keep wanting to spam the UA. Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird, dude. When you get used to it.
Alright, so this week we have Explosive, which actually doesn't seem to be so bad. Looks like Frost Shock is the one shotting the explosive orbs, so that's really good. Used to, we didn't have, as a Resto Shaman, we didn't have anything to take care of explosives unless we had like an instant cast lava burst proc or something like that just to be lucky with, and it feels bad to put a lava burst on an explosive orb. But it looks like so far the lava burst, or the frost shocks have been one-shotting the explosives so far, so that's good. We have 2 affliction locks here. One of these guys is Kalamazi. He's a Twitch streamer who I actually watch whenever I want to know something about Warlocks. He's great, but I saw him in the queue and I was like, alright, I'll take somebody that I know is going to be doing well, especially since he had a 28 time King's Rest on his IO, so definitely made it a pretty good choice for just a 22. But yeah, this key should be pretty fun. It's a very off-meta group. Prot Pally, Rep Pally, 2 Warlocks, both Affliction. So honestly, I'll probably be on Orb duty more than anything else. Neither one of those classes are really good for taking out orbs, especially the Affliction Warlocks. They don't have, unless they got something new in the pre-patch, they don't have anything to take out orbs. So that's pretty much just going to be my job to do that, which is fine. So my overall damage in this key is going to be much less than lower than normal, or than it was last week, because I'm going to be focusing on doing those orbs, make sure we don't die to those. So go ahead and get that interrupt. Okay, good. We do have somebody to get that. I'm going to do this AoE stun. Looks like nobody's going to interrupt that. Kalamazi did his interrupt already. Move over here. Would really be nice if that guy would have gotten Hammer of Wrath, but it didn't happen. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, we're one-shotting those explosive orbs. So that's really good. I just wonder about Sanguine. Sanguine's really not that bad of an affix, though, to be honest. Alright, he wants to do one more pack. Let's see if the tank is... Alright, tank does not look like he's going to do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
Beware.
Okay. Go ahead and pop off that. And I'm gonna be on this duty. Oh, Looks like the other Warlock got it. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pop Healing Tide Totem here, just to get a little extra AoE healing done. Yeah, it really doesn't do a whole lot of damage right now. Hierarchies, yes. If it was Grievous, it'd be more prudent that I get those, that I prep those. I'm gonna go ahead and put down a healing, a Cloudburst Totem, I mean. Smooth these out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pop Cloudburst Totem again. All right, everybody's Warlock's got it. It's actually nice because Warlocks, since they're both Affliction, it's actually kind of nice because most of their damage comes from. I've still got my cloak bound. That's funny. All right, I'm just gonna pop Ascendance. I think he must have Word of Glory. Oh yeah, I guess all paladins have Word of Glory now. It's not a talent anymore. Oh, that guy got it. That's good. I don't know why that explosive went off since the melee guys were right on that bomb, so they should have done it. That's fine though. He didn't die. This guy must have used a health stone, a health pot, something like that. So, and then we just kill this guy before you have to kick any of them, so it's fine. See, easy. With that boss. That static pulse, you want to make sure you've got something ready for it. It's going to do AoE damage on everybody. On top of doing AoE damage, it puts a dot, so you want to be ready for it. That's why the first one I used, or the second one I used a healing stream totem. The next one I used Ascendance. Just want to try and be ready for it. Yeah, it's actually really nice that we have that Frost Shock now, and it has no cooldown, which is even better. That's great. Makes explosive orbs a lot easier because beforehand we had nothing to deal with explosives. Like I said, you could cast Lava Burst on it, but that just feels really bad. And I've got Unleash Life and Frost Shock cast the same thing, so Alt 3 for me. So if it's an enemy, it's Alt 3 if I have an enemy targeted. Alright, so here we shouldn't be attacking these laborers right now. For some reason the jockey got interrupted. You want them to go in there just because you get more percent from it. So you definitely want to try and get those percents of those jockeys in their mech suits. Just because, you know, that way you just get more percent with less mobs. That's the only reason. So I don't know why the Rep Pally just used his bot. But it's less healing I have to do, so I guess that's fine. Alright, I can't target it, it's fine. I got it. Oh, this isn't LLSC, that's cool. So yeah, these guys actually seem to be doing really well with explosive, that's nice. This means less work that I have to do. I can focus more on dealing damage and other things. Damage and healing. You know, the thing I'm supposed to be doing is the healer, healing people. Alright, going over here. Ooh, big pull. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that. I'm gonna do the healing rain. Everyone's stacked up right here, so the healing rain is actually gonna get some good efficiency. Got that explosive. Oh, they only have 97 HP. No wonder I'm killing them in one hit. I know I saw somewhere that they nerfed the amount of health they have, but I didn't know they nerfed it that much. That's a lot. Oh wow, I've got my weak orders and are overlapping. I've been changing a lot of things around, trying to make things look better for the stream and, you know, a little bit easier on me. Just, you know, from watching myself lately, I've seen definitely some issues. Some issues with my UI that I'm trying to fix. Alright, go ahead and get that stun out so we don't all die to hail. Someone else needs to stun that. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. They're not bolstered up too high right now. High fortified keys though, or if we didn't interrupt the toxic blades, does a lot of damage, and you really need to be careful for that. So interrupt that toxic blade. Hopefully one of these guys goes in the mech. Alright, nice. Okay, good. One guy did go in the mech, which is good. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do an unleashed life and chain heal. And then we should be focusing the Peacekeeper. Like, nobody should be DPSing anything else except for the Peacekeeper right now. Looks like that's not what's happening, and people would kill the other guys first, but it's fine. You get pretty much all the percent from this first part here, and then you're good to go. The rest of it's really smooth sailing. This is probably the best dungeon for a Tyranical, because still, like, none of the bosses really hit that hard anyways. Actually, I guess with the nerf to the health on these explosive orbs, yeah, the warlocks, the affliction warlocks, being able to put just like one corruption on the explosive and it dies in the first hit. So it's actually really good. These thugs want to make sure you interrupt that inhale vapors. Really important. If you don't have anyone to dispel the enrage, then you have to get that that interrupt on it. Otherwise, they hit really hard. Again, especially on like a fortified weak or if they get bolstered. You definitely have to be, just have to be really careful and stuff like that. So as a shaman, it's good. You know, you can just decide what's more important for me to interrupt. Is it going to be that toxic blades? If no one else is going to interrupt it, is it going to be the toxic blades? Or is it going to be the enrage? Mostly it's going to be the toxic blades. If no one's going to interrupt the toxic blades, that's going to do more AoE damage, especially since as a shaman you can't dispel the poison whenever he does the hail, the fletchling, the AoE that he does, because whenever he does that AoE, whenever the assassin does the AoE, if he has toxic blades on him, it will deal damage. It'll put that poison on everybody it hits. So it just starts really hurting. I just tried to dispel before it was even on me. I'm actually curious. Unleash, so if you unleash life for Riptide, the hot from Riptide is also buffed. I don't know. Alright, it does not work for Earth Shield. I was curious if it would also buff the healing from your Earth Shield, but it looks like it does not. Alright, good, that crit. I accidentally cast Flame Shock on a Lava Burst on a target without Flame Shock. Which is fine. I mean, it'll still deal damage, but it won't crit. Or it doesn't automatically crit, rather. So we're at 49%. I think you want to have about 60% before you leave this place. Yeah, for me, it's more important to interrupt that. The inhale vapors, if he gets enraged, yeah, it sucks, it hurts. But I'd rather not have to deal with the AoE damage afterwards. Because that AoE poison is really, really a pain. Again, especially since I don't have any way to dispel poisons. Like, if he gets stunned, it's not a big deal. But if he doesn't get stunned, it's a very big deal. Just gonna cast Chain Heal or Chain Lightning. Alright, someone else got it. Because I interrupt. Actually, I don't know if my interrupt went off. A stun? Which will both interrupt the Ice Spritzer cast and the AoE, so that was good. I think we're good. We might need one more pack and then we're good. I'm probably just gonna do this guy alone. So whenever this guy has Charged Claw, you never want to stay in front of him, especially if you're melee. If you're melee, he will cleave off of the tank and hit you as well. So you don't want to be too close to him. Remember, he's got that Charged Claw. For that reason. Alright, 60%, we're good to go. I like this mount. I don't ever use it because of flying, but it's a really cool mount. That is dope. I don't know what he's talking about. Alright, doing a big pull here. Actually, it's not that big of a pull. I'm gonna tell him he can do a bigger pull, and then we can lust. And I'll focus. If we do a really big pull, my focus is just gonna be getting the explosives. Rock lances really hurt, especially as these guys get bolstered. So it's really important to interrupt those. This guy's head keeps throwing me off. So if he pulls all of this, I'm going to lust here. Go ahead and drop a Cloud Burst. I'm going to go ahead and drop Healing Rain as well. I'm going to go and put my defensive on because I've got the debuff on me. They're hitting me. And we really don't need lust on the bosses. On this next boss. So we're going to get the most out of our lust if we go ahead and use it now. We still have 10 seconds on the lust. We're going to pull both of these. We are. That's fine. I really wish that they would let us use target macros for explosives. It's because like whenever you have a lot going on, it's too hard to target. It can be too hard to target them. I know there's weak ores and stuff that help, but I just tried to use my Earth Wall Totem. I forgot that I swapped it out. I'm going to use my Mana Totem here. Drop another Cloud Burst, or yeah, drop another Cloud Burst, just to get it ready. Easy. Final Blast. Whenever they're casting Final Blast, as long as you're not near them, you're fine. They won't kill you. And you can stop DPSing them at that point and just move away from them. It's really nice. I don't even have Blessing of Wisdom, I just realized that. Because my crit's so high, I get a lot of mana back. One of our passive, I say passive like I'm playing a different game, but passive ability that shamans have, or Resto Shamans have, is whenever you crit with your healing spells, you actually get a portion of the mana returned from that spell, which is really nice. That's one of the reasons why shamans like crit so much. Of course, you know, crit's really high throughput. Okay, everybody just standing and stuff. Crit is very high throughput, so of course that's a reason that you want it. You know, helps you do more damage and more healing. But, you know, also you get that mana returned. Alright, you can actually, and what's weird enough is you can actually get out of, like, not pull that guy. If you're fast enough, if everybody runs away quickly enough, you won't actually aggro him. I've never done it. I've seen it done on streams and stuff, but I've never been able to pull it off. All right, let's see if we do this without pulling. Oh, we've already pulled that pack. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely good on percent. Also, this is really good because. Okay, can we? Like what I was saying before, you know, DPSing on the move. Since we have 2 Affliction Warlocks, they're just going to. Okay, I tried to interrupt and someone already did. They're just gonna put dots on and run. It's really nice. So this one's gonna go through. That's fine. This one's not. Interrupted. Cool. Everyone seems to be pretty on point with their interrupts, which is nice. Alright, we need to stop DPSing here so that we don't have to pull any of this. This is where we need to stop DPSing. Everybody needs to run up here. Come on, Kalamazi. Warlocks. Stop. They need to LOS. They're not. Alright, this is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. I do apologize for all the clearing of the throats that I'm doing. Alright, I've got a gaze on me. So you actually really want to try and come into the middle here. Just because you can get them all grouped up and you can kill them a lot easier. Got a bleed on me. I'm gonna stun. Nobody else stun. I have a delay on my stun, so people aren't gonna stun right off the bat. They're gonna have to wait for it. Kalamazi does have a battle res. If he's gonna do it, it'd be great. There we go. Okay. I have all 3 of these guys on me. I don't have my defensive up. Let me make sure I don't get hit. Okay, this is not going well. Drop this. And as soon as I got stunned. Oh, I want to onk here. We're not really catching these guys very well. Like, we need to be killing these ads much faster than we are. Alright, explosives are going off. It looks like we're not going to get this. Alright, I'm going to get over here. Tell these guys not to release. I've got a soul stone on me. I'm going to die. I'm going to reset. Soul stone. What? Alright, I died to an explosive orb. So you always want to make sure you interrupt this transmute enemy goo. It can be really bad for the whoever it transmutes. Caustic compound isn't quite as important to get, but the transmute is the one that you really want to get. Turns you into goo. It's not good. Blowtorch is also a good one to interrupt. It doesn't look like anybody did that. I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt that. Yeah, right now that needs to be interrupted. Good. Like obviously you want to interrupt as many things as you can, but you know if you're not sure if someone's gonna interrupt something, you want to make sure that you get the priority ones. Interrupting the mind flays is good. It's not necessary, but it is very helpful. You can also dispel, which if you dispel it, it makes it actually removes the whole thing. It's not just the dot, not just the slow that it puts, but it also just removes the damage that they're doing. I'm not sure if they had these guys dotted up yet before they left, so Pally and I took those two, Warlock's got the other two, and now we chase after the blob. This next boss, the first thing that happens is it will shoot out Azerite across the floor. You want to make sure you dodge that, and then don't stand in it afterwards. Then she'll do a debuff or a dot on the two closest targets. In this situation, it's going to be the two paladins. I can only dispel one. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think it's it is magic, so they're not going to be able to dispel it. It's actually really nice whenever you have like a warrior tank, because the warrior can spell reflect it, but these guys can't. Tank. That was almost dead. All right. Is that? And then next is going to be the chemical burn. I'm going to spell the rep pally. Azerite catalyst is the on the ground. So now he's going to do a blowtorch after the chemical burn. Or propellant blast, not blowtorch, my bad. Propellant blast again. It's best if you actually stack on the other side of the tank, and then get it that way. I need to be. Put that on him. Me. So yeah, you want to be stacking on him. That way you can just move right through. I didn't do that there though. That was my bad. I'm actually gonna try and get close. I've got my defensive, so I want to get it with my defensive. Okay. I'll be dead here. Nope. That was close. I am dead here. I don't even see it. I didn't see it cast. That is my fault. I didn't see the cast go off, and I didn't see the ability. My trackers are off. I really need to fix that. I'm going to go and put down a healing tide totem. Move out of that. Stay on the other side of the tank. Spam heal. do this. I know he's almost dead, but just wanted to make sure we all stay alive. And I'm gonna eat a fish feast here. Still in combat. I don't know why. Fish feast. Get my mana back up. Get a little bit of versatility and be on my way. Gonna get hit by that. I've never been one shot by those, so that was new for me. I guess in the higher keys, those hit a lot harder. Alright. I'm gonna make sure I watch out for that. I'm gonna put a stun out. So he doesn't get... yeah, that does a lot more damage than I expected it to. It could be a tuning issue. It could just be the way it's supposed to be. I honestly couldn't tell you. This guy is very bolstered at the moment. I'm on a defensive here. Okay, got stunned. Yeah, that might be a little bit overtuned at the moment. We only have 5 minutes. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to time this. But I mean, it's possible. And we've got all of our percent. It's a Tyranical, and the last boss takes too long. He's going to take like 4 minutes just to kill the last boss. If we could have gotten in here sooner, maybe. Gotta go ahead and run. Dispel the tank. Get that explosive. We do have Lust. I'm gonna Lust second phase. Of the boss just so we can get more out of it. He's taking a lot of bleed damage. He doesn't have his bop. If we do time this, it's gonna be really close. I don't think we do though. This boss takes at least, I'd say this boss takes at least 3 minutes. If we do everything perfectly. It's gonna be really close. Bolstering on this key isn't very fun. I do think that the biggest issue was the fact that we did go pretty slow at the start. That journey around the circle was very slow. So everybody got hit by that dot, so I'm gonna go ahead up. I'm not dead. Move through here. These guys need to not be so close to where we don't get on everybody. So you need to keep an eye on those guys. Make sure that you're out of the way. Homing missile is going to do AoE damage and put a dot on everybody that it hits. That's in this circle at the end. So this place is safe. This is not safe. If you're gonna get hit by a Gatling Gun, make sure you move into it and not with it. Or you take the least amount of damage. Alright, so for this I'm going to use Ascendance for the first drop. I don't have my Spirit Link totem or my my Healing Tide totem anymore. So I'll have to do something else for the second drop. Alright, move over here. Actually, I guess I don't have to worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna move over here. And then everybody stacks on this. And then I'll Ascendance and then Lust once he comes down. So we didn't time the key. If we wouldn't have wiped on the Azurite guy, we would have definitely timed it. But it's not a huge deal. You know, there's not a whole lot of communication about what's going on, so it's gonna happen. You're not gonna time every key you run, just fine. It is weird that we're tanking it over here so much. If we're gonna be just all standing in one spot, we should be standing in there's a safe spot over here where you can be where you'll never get hit. I'm not sure why we're not tanking it over there. A lot of mistakes were made in this dungeon, but overall it wasn't a bad run. Could have been better, yeah, but wasn't too bad of a run. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. You know, this is a pug, so it happens. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.